is Comic Picks by the Glick.
Hey, and I'm your host, Jason Glick.
Hey, good evening, Jason Glick.
Yes, John, what's up?
Not much.
Yeah. Okay, well, it's like, that being said, and now that the small talk is over with, tonight, it's like, I figured, it's time to talk about something that I don't give much lip to over here, and that's smut. Now, not talking about, like, not talking about, like, actual porn, but just, like, smut, stuff that, like, revels in, it's like, pure interests, and, like, actually tells a story, but while, like, demonstrating, like, lots of interest in, like, sex and boobs and tits and ass, so I try and appeal to the older reader. Now, the thing is, like, generally, I'll say a lot of stuff just doesn't appeal to me at all, mainly because it's just like they're trying to entice like younger readers. It's like kids who don't have kids who've never seen this stuff before, like, and are just excited by just like seeing like, ooh, it's like I can see your nipple, or it's like, ooh, I can, like, she's wearing a thong, I can see her ass like that. I mean, like, I don't. This stuff doesn't interest me because like I have access to actual porn. So I mean, like, if you look at my in fact, like, anyone, if you're ever over at my house, you can look at my list of like my manga stuff. And you just try see, you have fun trying to pick out like what's porn and what's not. So that's my thoughts right there. I mean, it's like so in order to have, like, I mean, like, you've got like series like, let's see, like Second no Quasar, which I've heard. I haven't read any of this stuff, but can't help but not hear about a series whose premise is based around like breast milk granting supernatural powers. So I mean, stuff like that, and also like series like Aiken, where apparently the girls go around like getting covered in all sorts of white, like sticky white fluids that aren't semen, and that Jason Thompson memorably dissed as like the worst manga series he's ever read. And, coming from someone who's read just about every manga like Thompson, that's saying something. He dissed it as basically saying like, like actual porn masquerading as romantic porn. So it's like stuff like that. I mean, like, that's but there are some series that actually have like actually do have merit beyond that, and that's kind of where I want to start off today. And one of these series, it's like it was actually kind of infamous back in the day because it was probably one of the highest profile censored release that we'd seen in the United States for a long time. I'm talking about Tenjo Tenge by O Grade. Now, let me take you back in time about 5, 6 or 7 years. It's been a while. It's like
it has.
Yeah, it's like time and alcohol have clouded my mind, and like it's like this is back in time when DC was announcing that they were going to start publishing manga, and had created an imprint, CMX, to do this. Now, a lot of the titles they had announced, like let's see, like Musashi No. 9, let's see what else, Swan, like Madara, like they were kind of like sound like middling, like middling generic like shoujo and shonen titles, and then amongst all these they announced Tenjo Tenge, which I had been reading in Scanless. I thought, dude, this is like one of the greatest fan service manga I've ever read. Like, if DC has the balls enough to publish this, I'm so fucking on board for anything they're doing. Yeah. So then it comes out, and I didn't buy it the day it came out because, like, for whatever reason, I can't remember why, but as soon as it came out, word started spreading like wildfire around the internet that it had been censored, that it had just been watered down, like a lot of the offending stuff had been cut out. Now, I've still never read it because I don't want to give my money to support towards censorship on that level. When you're cutting, now, I can understand, like putting up a bush just to censor little Goku's baby dong from the rest of us, or just like altering the shape of a crucifix in the background of an issue of an episode of Full Metal Alchemist. But when you're cutting off, when you're just like eviscerating like the appeal of a series like this, I mean, like, then it's kind of like, no, I don't want to give you your money. It's like, I'm not going to support anything else you're doing. Of course, it helps that not everything else you're doing isn't really that interesting. But like I've talked about this before, and I eventually came around once they finished off, once they published the majority of Emma. But this series, their treatment of Tenjo Tenge and their ensuing silence the refusal to give any explanation as to why they censored it, what was obvious to the rest of us, basically was a response, was basically the reason why me and a lot of the people just basically, just didn't give a crap about CMX the majority of its run. Then last year's under DC's new management, CMX was summarily canceled with just about as much explanation as was given to Tenjo Tenge's censorship. So and we were thinking like, well, that's kind of sad. I mean, like, it's like there was that, but they didn't deserve that harsh treatment. So then everyone was wondering, well, what's going to happen to other titles? Is anyone going to pick it up? Who knows? Then, however, what Tenjo Tenge has an advantage of is that it's a Shueisha Shogakukan publication, and so that means Viz automatically it's part of Viz's library right there. Mm-hmm. And sure enough, it was announced that Viz did get the rights to Tenjo Tenge, and they were going to be publishing it, because it turns out that some of its editorial staff are huge fans of the series. And not only were they going to be republishing it, they were going to be republishing it in a nice 2-in-1 edition. So you're getting 2 volumes for a slightly larger than usual price, but still less than what you would have paid for 2 volumes themselves. So basically, for this new full contact edition 2-in-1, if you're a fan of Tenjo Tenge, if you want to see it uncensored, then you need to go out and buy this right fucking now, because it is everything you've wanted. Now, for everyone else though, well, some caveats first, because the thing is, it's like the appeal of Tenjo Tenge is kind of like it's a fighting manga. As I was telling some of my friends at work, because I was brought this to work to read it and reread it in preparation for today. Basically, the short version I had to give them, it's kind of like Dragon Ball, only with more jiggly bits. Because the premise is you've got these 2 guys, Nagi Soichiro and Bob Makihara. I have to mention while Nagi is kind of like your standard full piss and vinegar shonen archetype, Bob is one of the few major African American main characters you'll see in a Japanese manga, and it's like they show up at the Toto Academy centered around I'm learning the fighting arts, and they just show up and they just proceed to show up and just try to kick the shit out of anyone they see. Mm-hmm. And while it's fun to see them do this at first, they're summarily put in their place by the members of the Jukin Club, one of the weakest and most infamous clubs on campus. This is it's led by Maya Natsume, who we're introduced as a kind of as a midget, but it's soon revealed that she's just being hiding her true strength in a kid's form before she suddenly releases her key and morphs into this big stacked beautiful 17-year-old girl. And so she smacks the crap out of Nagi up to the point and she happens to hit him right into the Jukin Club shower, where he flies right into her sister Aya Natsume, who's taking a shower conveniently, and as soon as they recover, she realizes that hey, he's the one for her, and she goes on to pursue him with a single-minded relentlessness. Now, but the thing is, though, that Nagi and Bob's antics have aroused the ire of the school student council, who basically sends their executor squad to go and take them out. Now, the appeal of this is now you get to figure that oh great, figure that hey, you know what? There's some kids who are basically going to get older and realize that hey, you know what? I like Dragon Ball, but it's kind of simplistic now. I kind of wish Dragon Ball had more more titties and ass, and and more violent and more overt violence as well. So, and that's the overall feel you kind of get right there. And it's really Dragon Ball for the seinen set. But Oh Great does a good job of introducing the characters. Yes, the first volume is the whole get acquainted bit, and then you get to the second volume, which is when we get squarely into the training, and Nagi slowly realizing his power. You find out that he's upon his tragic upbringing, that his mother was basically a sin eater, someone who basically absorbed demons into her own body, and took on the consequences of such possession. And it's like it slowly gets deeper up until the point where then you're introduced to Mitsuomi, the head of the student council, and the reason for this era of great darkness that has fallen upon Todo Academy. Because the thing is, Tenjo Tenge is also a practitioner of what I like to call the berserk style of storytelling. I mentioned this back in Claymore, but this is a series where it starts off with the first couple volumes take place in the now, and then it flashes back to show you how everything got the way it is today. And that's really when the series starts picking up steam. I mean, these 2 volumes, I mean, they're fun. They're fun. They're nothing special. It's fun. I liked reading these all these again after all these years of originally checking out the reading them as scanlations. But the thing is, and it's a lot of fun for the most part, except for one major thing, and this is like the deal breaker. It's gonna be a deal breaker for a lot of people. And to be honest, like if they stopped reading the series because of this, I could not blame them. Because the thing is, at one point, as part of the retribution against Nagi and Bob, the student council sends one of its enforcers after Bob's girlfriend, and dude, it's brutal. He just has his way with her, and it's awful. But it's worse because of the fact that, because the two things before this, Oh Great basically cut his teeth on doing a lot of hentai manga. He was actually published uncensored over here. A lot of his titles were published uncensored over here under the title Silky Whip from Eros Comics, and this scene where is basically a huge hangover from that. I mean, it's this scene where his girlfriend's taken advantage of it's handled with all the sensitivity and class that you'd expect from someone who cut their teeth on hentai manga, and it's awful. And there's really no way I can say I can justify this. I can't say that it's but hey, it's like he doesn't do this again. It's like but he's just it's like he's just trying to like pushing the boundaries, But no, it's awful. It's awful. It's inexcusable, and that's his. It's like I've what I've read of the series beyond that still makes I still want to keep reading it. But if you're gonna, but for a lot of people, it's like I'll understand if you want to stop reading this. I mean, it's it's unpleasant and really kind of disgraceful. But it's like it's like it's still, but still it's like I feel what's here is still entertaining enough that I'm gonna go. I'm gonna keep reading, and that could be just because hey I'm a guy. So, but once you get past that, I can't. Well, I guess I will make an excuse and say that yes he doesn't pull anything as bad as that. Throughout what I've seen up to volume 9. So overall, it's like I said, I'm glad that it's like warts and all. I'm glad that Viz is publishing it uncensored. And as like I say, it is like it is generally enjoyable. It's like Dragon Ball with like bouncing titties. Mm-hmm. So just be advised that you can get past that scene in volume 1, then it's like you're likely to enjoy what the rest of this series has to offer. Mm-hmm. Now, on to slightly more dubious pursuits, and this is a series that I recently finished off after I went to Fanime earlier this year, and finally picked up the last 4 volumes of it. The series is called Sundome by Kazuto Okada. Now this series kind of slipped under a lot of people's radars, mainly because I've seen it actually gone out. It's actually gone out of print on Amazon at one point. Now, the story is about about Hideo Aiba, a member of the Roman Club, or a club that basically partakes in supernatural extraterrestrial activities, hunting ghosts, looking for UFOs, all sorts of crazy X-Files shit like that. And he's part of this club at his school, and the thing is, this club is a tradition where if you remain a virgin throughout your your high school years, the alumni of the Roman Club will like use everything in their power to help you out to achieve your dreams. I mean, they got members placed in in just about every facet of society, from sports to politics, entertainment to medicine, just about anything. You remain a virgin, you can you have your ways set through here. Now Aiba, or Hideo, he's just basically your standard unlucky loser protagonist for this series, and he's recently tricked into being president of this club after its current president is falls victim to the alumni's assassin, and he loses his virginity after a bout of anal sex with her. So he's basically all resigned to a high school life of virginity until he meets school's new transfer student, Kurumi Sahana. And as soon as he sees her, her skinny, frail body, he's just completely in love with her. But being the dork he is, he just kind of makes a bad first impression up until the point where we meets her after she's checking out the Roman Club to find out what the deal is with them, and eventually she's checking things out while everyone else everyone else does their thing. She basically comes across the club's ancient masturbation manual. Basically, the tricks they have to basically remain a virgin throughout high school. And so she asks him to no, show me how you jerk off. And so he just really vacillates for a while until he just pledges to show her, okay, I'm going to show you the nail technique, where you just basically push a nail through your urethra. And it's yeah. But he actually pulls it off because he's completely horny for her, and it just gets ridiculous from there. But then it's as he realizes that as he realizes the power she has over him, she tells him that she will never have sex with him, even if he was the last person on Earth. But still, it's she'd still stay by his side otherwise. So and that begins their strange, crazy relationship. And as she just has this control over him, while he just can't, basically almost never have sex with her ever. Now, to be honest with you, this is 8 volumes from Yen Press, and the prospect of with 8 volumes of a guy not getting any just would drive me up the fucking wall, to the point where it's why am I sticking around for this? But on one hand, but the thing is, Okada does actually get some points for this, given this outrageous premise. I mean, just showing how just going in areas that you wouldn't expect, just his how Aiba ejaculates blood after he gets stuck with the nail in the beginning of the series, and his ongoing wet dreams. But into lots of really sick creative stuff right there. But the thing is, what kept me reading throughout, actually I drove me to pick up the last 4 volumes at Foname, was the fact that that Kurumi's domination over him, her torment of him, isn't just crazy or mean spirited. It's actually shown that she's actually slowly tormenting him into being a better person. I mean, here you've got this he starts off as this really detestable wuss, but then she slowly, everything she does to him actually brings him out of his shell. I mean, whether it's simple things being able to swim and opening his eyes while he's underneath the pool, to the point where he's slowly training himself to cope with the fact that she won't let him masturbate, where he starts jogging and working out, and then also where he gets a job. It's after he realizes that he can't afford to pay for this one dinner when this one mysterious suitor takes the both of them out for it. Now, and I like seeing this stuff, and I like seeing how she eventually how it eventually culminates in him being a respectable person after he graduates from high school, because the end the end. I mean, he does end up being a better person. I mean, the ending allows you to like read it both way, have things both ways if you want, and all of the and I also do like some like the subplots he develops over her, like when you find out that Kurumi is eventually suffering from tragic shoujo heroine's disease, and that she's got some sort of tragic disease that's probably going to kill her by the end of the series, and also like some of the other characters like Katsune, the balding forward member of the club who slowly falls in love with Kyoko, the Ganguro gal who joins the club through she starts hanging out at one point and then just like keeps hanging out with them like other crazy escapades, and the relationship that eventually evolves between them is actually kind of cute, the way he slowly brings it out over several volumes. So there is more to it, but still, I mean, this is like a very, very raunchy series. I mean, God knows I could have done with like fewer series involving Aiba's Hideo's semen, and also some of the crazy stuff like the ex-president's ass fetish as well. So I mean, like, yeah, it's very raunchy, but there is still merit to it. Like, it's like I said, there is like actually deeper core of sensitivity and meaning to it that I enjoyed, and I eventually rereading these volumes like in preparation for this, I did enjoy checking it out. Yeah, it probably could have been cut by at least 2 volumes, but still, it's a good natured sex comedy. Now, all right, I've realized I've gone long enough, but I still want to give one more shout out to a series. It's something that I know you'll appreciate. It's like this is it's High School of the Dead.
Yay!
Yes, because as we know, I know we've mentioned. I'm not sure we've mentioned the anime series, which is fantastic in its unrepentantness and attracting like the teenage, like how it's to your inner teenage boy, with its bouncing boobs and scantily clad girls.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's like and the manga. I mean, it's like the manga is pretty much like a panel for panel like iteration of the anime. Like the manga came first, but still, I mean, it's like it's still like a lot of fun. It's still like as unrepentant as the anime series, and it's like, and I'm definitely going to keep following it because I mean, I know a lot of us are still wondering like why we haven't gotten a second season of the anime series. That's most likely because they haven't got enough of the manga out yet. Okay. But still, it's like, yes, I mean, it's still fun, like seeing seeing all the girls in their bouncy, busty glory. It's like and the guys like fight against the living hordes of the undead. So I mean, I've talked about this on the blog, so I just want to say that it's like as far as like enjoyable smut goes, it's like High School of the Dead really gets the vote because like while it doesn't have like any sense of any deeper meaning or skill that Sundome and Tenjo Tenge have. It's still like enjoying its complete unrepentantness and showing as much like blood, guts, and gore and bouncing boobs as these series are. So highly recommended. It's like it's high quality trash, high quality smut, yeah. and that's what I like about it.
Yeah. Don't settle for second best.
Yes, that's right. Don't settle for anything that is just about boobs. It's like settle for something that is like superior trash. Because I mean, all the series that they're just like about boobs and everything. High School of the Dead. It's better than all of them. I'll guarantee you that much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and on that note, I'm going to close out by saying that next time expect something much more wholesome, much more American-centric and patriotic. Because hey, it's like Captain America comes out just in time for Comic-Con.
Yeah.
So, yeah, exactly. So you look forward. So you can look forward to my thoughts on that just like before the movie comes out, and it's like, hey, I certainly hope it's good. I mean, like Marvel has shown that they're really good at keeping the consistent quality of their series, of their movies, and at least, well, hey, at this point, I'll just hope it's better than Green Lantern. So, but it's like, will it be better than X-Men First Class? I'm thinking not, but hopefully it'll be just as good as Thor.
All right. We'll see you next time on Comic Picks by the Glick.
All right. Laters.
Later. Bye.